This Civic Media podcast is sponsored by UW Organ and Tissue Donation. Organ donations are desperately needed, and now is the right time to become an organ donor. Talk to your family. Get the dot. Save lives. Go to heroicdeed.com.
Oh, I'm back. The fog is lifted, the earth is shifted, and raised the gifted. You knew I'd be back, so pack your bone and hit the road, Jack. 'Cause Daddy's home with the funky hot grits.
What's up, Wisconsin? You're listening to Raised in Wisco. I'm Joel Clayfish, alongside the great, the powerful, Wizard of Wisconsin, Danielle Fairman and Ellie Mae Smoller joining us in the studio today. Man, is there a better week in the state of Wisconsin, Danielle? Is there a better week than the week before Thanksgiving? I mean, really?
Absolutely
for hunting?
not. Absolutely not. Everything you can do out there, you can do, especially the deer hunting for the gun deer season, which I did not get a thing.
I didn't either.
Whoa, what?
We did like
What, you guys
6 deer drives and
guys are
hunted
like for
every
real
single
hunter
day.
Women, hunters.
Hunters.
You guys
Yes,
are like
we're hunters.
for real hunters.
It was a strange
neither one of you-
season.
Why?
I just feel like all the big boys were gone by the time hunting rolled around.
You know-
I think the rut was definitely early this year.
I think the rut was definitely early. I mean, I saw them running around on Halloween for
Yeah,
sure.
right.
I mean, and
Well, that's
before
usually when the
Halloween.
rut is, though.
Right.
Halloween is like prime time, the
Yeah, but
golden
I feel like
day.
last year we almost had, it was earlier rut and then it happened again. Like there was kind of
2
a
ruts.
late situation.
Yeah.
There's just so much going on. It makes me so excited because you've got goose is open, duck is open. It's the last week for duck in Wisconsin. The gun deer season starts. Turkey is open. I mean, grouse, pheasant, everything is open in Wisconsin. And the greatest thing about it, honest to God, is like being able to use what you kill to make Thanksgiving dinner.
Well, I definitely would have had a turkey for Thanksgiving, an actual live turkey, but I had a 30-06. I didn't really want to shoot the turkey. That was like 20 yards away with
in
a 30-06.
Florida, you can kill a turkey with a 30-06 with a rifle. In Florida, you can, but it does take. There's something it kind of takes away from it if you're not getting those turkeys uptight and and taking a nice ethical shot with a shotgun. And
I also made a friend out in the woods when we were doing a deer drive.
you made a friend in the woods during
I
a
was
deer drive.
Yeah, you want to know what
Well,
it
it's
was?
good. Better than making enemies during a deer drive. That's for sure.
It was a cat. A cat came up to me and just sat with me they were driving towards me, and I'm just sitting
That's
there by
precious.
a tree, and I'm hearing something behind me, obviously too light for a deer. I'm like, what is this? Maybe it's a bunny. It's definitely not a squirrel because it did not sound annoying. But then all of a sudden, this cat just
Did you
meowed at
name
me,
it,
and I'm
Danielle?
like, oh,
What did you name it?
Did you
What did you name
name
your
it?
woods cat?
I did not name it. I said, hello, meow, meow.
Meow meow. is a good
Meow,
name.
meow.
Let me tell you what. So the Foul Life was in town. We did a ton of shooting. For the show, we did interviews with Annie Schwartz, the monster, and you can go back to the podcast. You can listen to our podcast, Raised in Wisco, on Danielle.
On
Spotify.
Spotify. You can listen to it on Spotify. You can listen to us on YouTube, Facebook, and civicmedia.us. Raised in Wisco. I'm getting the thumbs up from Jess. Yay
All
me.
right.
High five.
Good. Well, and I would.
Did I say
Go ahead.
Yeah, it was
You did
Spotify
say
and Apple Music.
Yes.
There we go.
I encourage you to go back and listen to the podcast. And if you want to listen to us, you can listen to us live on Saturdays on any Civic Media station throughout the great state of Wisconsin. So we had this week, which is just kind of the culmination of the hunting season here in Wisconsin. And the weather was great. The weather got a little colder. I think it got the deer up and moving. I hunted goose, ducks. I killed a turkey and literally made it for Thanksgiving. I'll tell you that recipe coming up, which is an awesome recipe. And I had one day to sit in the deer blind. So I sat one day in the deer blind with my little nephew, Harrison, which was so cool. And right at the last minute, a doe came out and I had the 30-06 and, shot the doe. instant, very ethical kill. And I'm not even joking. Brad's Processing out in Watertown, they had that done. They've got it done already. It's in my
Oh my
freezer.
gosh.
I picked it
That's
up
fantastic.
today.
Wow.
That's crazy. And his stuff's so good. He probably doesn't want me telling people about it because he has so many. I came Thanksgiving night and I pulled up in his driveway and he and his wife pulled up there. They look at me. They're like, Joel, what are you doing? We're not open. You cannot leave that dead deer carcass here. And I looked at them and I as best I could, I put on my pouty eyes and he's like, oh.
Oh, little puppy dog guy.
So I did gather. I went to go pick up the stuff. He's like, we can't leave it here. You got to pick it up. So I went and I put together a basket of Provider spices and
that's
the
perfect.
right wing sauce. And I gave him a nice little Christmas bonus on it. And so Brad.
It's a bribe basket.
It is a little bit of a Brad. It's a Bradley bribe basket. Brad's
wonderful.
Processing, but it was great. What I'm really excited about, producer Jess, turn your mic on.
Okay.
Ooh.
We.
So
Now, duck is closed already.
Yeah, the
How
first.
nutty is that? That
It's
It drives
sad.
me nuts how short the duck season is. Because those things are so delicious.
They are delicious.
They're
I did not
delectable,
shoot enough
actually.
this season, so
I didn't either. I think I killed 4, and they're already gone. We had
Of
Tuffy
course.
Stone, National Grill Master in town. They're gone.
yeah, they're gone
They're
usually
so
the night of.
delightful eating wild mallard duck. But I want to talk to Jess because one of the cool things for me, I mean, I love the heat of it, but it actually gets to me, someone who hunts, and you guys can speak to this too. When you're that excited about hunting, you don't know what species to hunt when they're all open.
How do you choose?
It gets like confusing and frustrating. So when the seasons start to close, it actually gets a little better. And Jess, our producer, is going to go turkey hunting with us for the first time ever in her life. She's going to hunt with us. And I want to know, so we put a date on the calendar, Jess. I want to know I want the listeners to hear this because one of the things this show is important to this show and important to us on this show is bringing new people into the comfort zone of hunting or being part of the outdoors or fishing or just enjoying Wisconsin for what it has to offer. I want to know you as somebody who has never been exposed to this in your life, who we've become friends and work colleagues with and work fantastic with. This is something so outside of anything you've done before. What are the thoughts and feelings that you're going through as the time gets closer for us to hunt together?
I'm really excited to experience this because I've been trying to be more conscious about eating well, not just for myself, but for this world, for the environment. And so much of the food that we eat is traveling thousands of miles to get to us.
Yep.
And the
Yes, that's
meat
fact.
that we're eating, that it comes from animals who did not live good lives.
Yeah. I mean, you
So-
mean purchased meat.
A lot of purchased meat from stores is coming from animals that lived their entire lives in a small cage. Mm-hmm.
I think you just hit on something that's not talked about enough. You're always going to have the people who are diehard hunters and diehard Second Amendment people, and then you're always going to have the people who are diehard anti-hunters. You're going to have those on the fringes. But I've always said, if you are a meat eater, and we keep moving more toward a paleo, we're learning that protein is really one of the healthiest things you can put in your body. And then if you want to talk about eating organic protein, the animals we're hunting are living off the land. I mean, when we hunt ducks and geese, they're living in some remote corner of Canada for 9 months out of the year. Very often, they're eating grasses and wild rice and the things that and they are eating from farm fields. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
But one of the things that I think brings the right and left philosophies politically together is this commonality of wanting to eat healthy food.
Absolutely.
And if an animal lives its entire life free and gets whacked one day, to me, that's almost more ethical than an animal that's born in a cage, raised in a cage, and killed for food.
I think that's quite true. And that's one of the reasons why I've been interested in hunting. And it was not something that I ever thought that I had a path to get to.
And then here we go.
And then
God works in
Praise
mysterious
the Lord.
ways, Jess.
Yes, that is true. So it was a bit of kismet to be paired with you as your
Ooh,
producer.
good word too.
And I'm really excited for this opportunity. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I have to be honest. We had Anastasia was our producer for quite a while, and we got along great, and it was fantastic. And then we found we were going to have a new producer, and as always, there's just a little bit of wonder: is it going to work out right and everything?
Sure.
And I'm so glad to have you back outside the fishbowl there for us, helping us out, because
Absolutely.
it makes me. And I have to tell you, I make no mistake about it. I'm downright giddy about it because there's nothing more exciting to me than bringing somebody from the outside to the understanding or insight of what's in my brain. I do it to a fault.
I don't think any of us know what's
I know.
going
Well,
on
I mean,
in
there's
that
only
brain
so
of
far
yours.
into that.
That's
I mean, there's so many
that's
layers
great.
of cowboy hats that you have to get through.
You went right to cowboy hats?
did.
I have so many hats.
I know.
I wear so many hats.
I
Okay,
know.
you can, sure make fun of the old guy
comes
who's in the
from a
room. That's
place of
fine.
affection, you know
I'm
it.
fine with that. But it makes me downright giddy to help expose people with the understanding that I never put the pressure on them to enjoy it or like it. But I think that in life there are understandings that happen between people, and hunting in the outdoors, fishing, even kayaking, something you'll never catch me in a sideways banana, in even mountain climbing, all those things. Those are things that we can find commonalities in. And I'm not trying to wax softy here, but when you have connections with people and you find what the connections are, you can so very often solve the other things in life that people end up fighting about or end up grousing back and forth about that are really not worth it. Because when you find commonality, all of a sudden you start to realize that, hey, that person, they're not crazy. They just have a different way of looking at things. And I think that is something important to me.
It takes all kinds of people to live the life we live.
It really does. And I think that's one of the things, and you'd never ever say to yourself, hunting is that common denominator that's going to bring people together. But Danielle,
it is.
It is.
Yeah, I mean,
think
it's connected
is.
to food, and food
Everybody
is
likes
the great
food.
uniter.
Food is
Yes.
spiritual. There's no doubt about it.
Absolutely.
What we eat and drink into our bodies becomes part of our souls. And I truly believe that. And I truly believe that is why the ritual of sitting together and breaking bread is so important. And Danielle and Ellie, don't you just get this overwhelming feeling when you bring someone into it?
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Go ahead, Ellie. I know you bring tons of people being what you do.
I think it is so
hold that
rewarding.
thought. I want to hear about that, but I'm curious because it really does mean so much to me. And that is one of our goals on this show, is to share that with people. And I know because of my last name and because of what I did for a living and because of who my wife is, I know there are people who prejudge me based on what they think they know about me. And part of the neat thing about Raised in Wisco and Civic Media is I get an opportunity to show people that we can all get along and figure it out together. I can't wait to tell you about this recipe and the hunt coming up.
Forever Southern rock. Forever Kid rock. Forever.
You're listening to Civic Media. Stay up to date on the latest news and information for your local community and Wisconsin by signing up for our free email newsletter. Visit civicmedia.us/email to get started.
Hey, Wisconsin! You're listening to Raised in Wisco. Danielle Fairman.
Joel Clayfish.
I like how we just did that right there. That was good. That was like on cue and planned almost. We're talking about what it means to bring somebody into hunting, into the hunting world. And I don't mean to just specify it on hunting, but I think to me, hunting is kind of the most visceral of the outdoor activities. I mean, let's be honest. It's the most. It has an element of violence. It has
Everybody loves a good violence.
It has an element of care that must be taken for the safety and literally life of other human beings.
Absolutely.
It has an element of the gravity of taking a life in order to do it successfully, right? I mean, you're killing an animal, which I think is not something to be taken lightly. We're talking
Absolutely
with
not.
Jess, the producer. You know, first off, let me just tell you, I want to welcome you. We'd love to have you along on Raised in Wisco on 13 civic media stations throughout Wisconsin Saturdays. You can hear our podcast. You can go back and listen and say, what are they talking about from that before show? Go back and listen. It's worth it. I'm not
Absolutely.
kidding. If you want to
I
laugh.
listen to it.
Do you really?
I
Yeah.
hope so.
Well, I hope
it's
you listen
fantastic.
to it. You're
Whenever
on-
I need a good
Half
laugh.
the time you're on it, Ellie. Ellie Mae Smoller's in the studio with us today. Our on again, off again fill-in host. So it's great to have you here. And I'm keeping a little secret about. Well, you know the secret, Danielle.
Oh, wow.
I'm not keeping it
I
from
know the
you.
secret?
You do.
Do I know the
Is it
secret?
our secret?
I'm
Is it
not
the
sure
secret
Jess
from me?
knows. No.
Is it a
no,
triangle
no. It's
secret?
not
It's a super secret.
No,
Whoa.
no. We listen.
Kind of triangle, Danielle.
This our
Where did that go?
Can
Danielle.
Jess, producer Jess, can I just say I'm never the one to walk on the line here. If it's ever walked on,
Hi,
Danielle
my
is
name
the
is
one.
Danielle Fairman. I cross the line all the time.
I'm familiar with
Yes.
it.
This is the
my
circle
purpose of this
our
show.
circle of trust extends beyond the fishbowl into the producer's lounge. I just want to say, and Jess is our producer. I have a
Everyone's doing great.
Oh,
Everyone's doing great.
See, my purpose of the show
Take a deep breath.
is
This
to bring
is why I
the
listen to the
laughter and
podcast.
humor to this and the dog.
Even Bandit's laughing.
Oh, yeah.
I think Bandit
Internally.
is I'm laughing inside too.
The secret.
The secret that's coming up, I'm just going to say
Bush's
this.
baked beans.
No.
Oh.
The secret has to do with Danielle,
Ooh.
Ellie,
Yes. And our new friend.
Jessica,
Not producer Jess.
and not producer Jess, a different Jessica, and
And
palmettos, palm trees, and wild boars.
yes.
Now I know what it is.
So
Yes.
excited. Yeah, we've talked about it in front of you, Jess. I'm so excited to talk to you about that. I'm stuttering.
I know. I've known you for how long? You never stutter.
From time to time, I do, evidently.
Friday we are heading to
Now you're
75.
stuttering.
I am.
We're,
75
okay, everybody,
degree
we're
weather.
heading south on Friday.
Yes.
To
let's-
yeehaw.
Hold on.
Hold
It's
it,
not the
hold it,
secret.
hold
It's
it.
not coming up. This is called a tease in radio. Jessica.
Danielle, we have to button up the secret.
Jessica is Jess. Producer Jess is burying her head back in the fishbowl right now, but she's laughing, and that's always one of my goals. Let's get back on track for a minute.
There was a track?
We're going to find it.
I take the road less.
Travel.
Danielle is famous for throwing us off base. I would like to point out to the people listening, there are no substances used in the creating of this show either, by the way. This is 100% stone sober natural.
Just
So,
water and Mountain Dew.
Water and Mountain
and
Dew
a
and
burrito.
tonight, Taco John's.
And hash browns in a bowl.
Taco John. No, they're not hash browns.
They're tater tots.
potato.
Kind of.
Tater
Do not
tots in a bowl.
call a potato ole a tater tot.
Hey, what about finding that track?
Back on track with Jessica. We're talking about hunting literally being the most visceral of the outdoor activities. You have to be the most conscious of safety. You are taking the life of an animal in a successful hunt. You have at risk the lives of human beings. And so, and pulling the trigger on something and killing it, whether it's bow or gun or air gun, is a daunting responsibility.
Yes.
So we were talking with producer Jess, who is set up to hunt with us, and she was telling us a little bit, Jess, you were telling us a little bit about how you're excited but slightly apprehensive. What do you think goes through the mind of I want to know what goes through the mind of someone who's never done something with such gravity as this before, because I'm always trying to drag people kicking and screaming or walking into hunting with me, but I never want to be the person to force it, and I always want them to naturally feel they can go as far with it as they feel comfortable. So what is going through your mind? What was it like telling people you were going to actually hunt? What were some of the reactions of some of the folks you know who may or may not be hunters? I'm so curious about this.
Well, let me tell you this. I am one of those people who, if I see a spider in the house, I will get a little cup and I will take that spider outside.
Okay.
I will not squish it.
I'm going to interject right here.
Okay, sure.
Because I do that all the time. Ladybugs, butterfly, anything that I see that I'm not going to actually use, I'm trying to keep that life alive. Unless it's a
Right.
mosquito
Yes.
or some annoying
Yes.
little bug. then
Mosquitoes
that can go away.
are the only bugs that I will
Decimate.
I will murder a mosquito. However, I think that's self-defense because
That's true.
Spiders are also self-defense in my world.
Yeah, no, that's true too.
So what goes through my mind is that weighing of a life. And the thought that I've been sort of wrestling with is in that moment of trying to decide if I'm going to pull the trigger, I will consider the creature's life and that
As you should.
And I do think that. So that's something that's been going through my head. When I've told people that I'm going to go hunting, mostly they've been like, interesting. Okay. And they're like, how? Why? And I've sort of explained my connection. And then it's sort of been like, oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds like a good experience to have. Something new. So that's kind of where I'm at. That's kind of what's going through my head. And I'm excited to have this experience and just sort of see what it really is like.
Yeah, the pressure's on. I don't know if we'll ever even have anything in front of us that we'll have to contemplate pulling the trigger on. I mean, that's hunting, right? To hear you say that gives me such peace and joy. I can't even tell you that because it, as somebody who loves it so much and has such a passion for it, to know that there are those out there who may have had a preconceived notion who are willing to step into the ring, whether they throw a punch or not, doesn't really matter.
I mean, if you put me in a ring, I will throw a punch.
Okay. But I think a common misconception of hunters is that, oh, they must hate animals. They're out there killing them all the time. And that is something that's simply not true. I mean, I've nearly gotten in accidents stopping for a squirrel who couldn't decide which direction he was going to run.
Yeah,
in
me
the
too.
road.
Stopping for turtles.
And
Yes.
yeah, at a four-way light or at a light, about 3 dozen geese are crossing. They're taking their sweet time. I park in the middle of the intersection with my hazards on, and I go out there
bark 'em.
and herd the geese.
Yes.
Like, hurry up, let's
Oh,
go.
I know.
Yes.
Oh, I shut down a freeway.
I know. Yes, I heard the story,
I
Danielle.
shut down a freeway.
I
to
can't-
I
save
don't know that story.
And you
geese
got to stick around
and their family.
because we're going to talk about the road trip for Raised in Wisco to Yeehaw Junction, Florida. What we're going to be doing there, what we can expect from toothless karaoke to
Oh, what?
Yes.
some of the best catfish and swamp cabbage you
man.
could imagine.
You're an organ donor, right? Well, here's a tragic fact. Approximately 20 people die each day waiting for precious donated organs. You could make a life-saving decision simply by getting that important dot on your driver's license. That little dot shows those who need to know that you've made a decision to donate organs at a critical time. Go to heroicdeed.com to learn more about the importance of organ donation and how you can make your wishes known. Talk to your family. Get the dot. Save lives. heroicdeed.com.
Baby, when I think about you,
I think about Wisconsin. That's right. I gotta hand it to Kid Rock. Honest to God, great artist all around. Just plain fun. Probably not the best cover of that song though.
No, absolutely not.
You can literally hear the auto tune in the background as he's singing. I love doing this show. I mean, I'm so excited, and I'm so excited to have you along. Any corner of Wisconsin. I had a chance to go on another outdoor show last week and had a great time talking to them about why Raised in Wisco is a show for everybody. And nothing is a better microcosmic look at that than producer Jess, who's going to hit the turkey field with us. We ended up like mashing up schedules. We have one day to do it, one afternoon.
Yeah.
Because the morning didn't work that day. And so we're going to try in the afternoon, which is tougher to kill turkeys in the afternoon.
It is.
And Jess, that's all it takes is one time to go out and you're hooked.
Yes, that is all it
So
takes.
be prepared.
Well, I mean,
Well-
I do love being outside. That part
Yes.
is never a problem.
Well, it's cold though.
I like
and-
the cold.
Okay,
Oh,
so do I. And
perfect.
we're going to bring a little Mr. Buddy heater along.
Yeah.
So
I've
we're
been
gonna.
promised heaters. I've been promised snacks.
Oh,
We'll
he'll
bring
bring
snacks. I always bring like a little charcuterie board or something like at least like cheese and sausage.
Well, Ellie's
Don't
going
take
with you guys.
pretzel
So you know
rods.
Ellie's going to bring all the snacks though.
Yeah.
Are you
I
going
don't
in
think
lieu
I'm
of
going.
Danielle?
No?
Danielle, you're
Oh,
supposed to
I
be
think
going.
you're
with
I'm
going,
on
us.
Danielle.
vacation.
No, Danielle can't come.
Oh, are you going to be gone?
Yeah. What day are we talking?
Okay, you're going to
What?
need to cancel
The
your
date.
vacation, Danielle.
No.
I'm going
I'm
to the
teasing.
Virgin Islands to go deep sea fishing.
Oh wait, I was supposed to be going to do
You
that
were.
with you. Wait, so now do I go turkey hunting or go to Virgin Islands? This is a toss up. I don't know what to do.
That is the most Wisconsin thing I've ever heard. It's a toss up between going turkey hunting and Virgin Islands.
Wait a minute. So, are we going turkey hunting? Because they had a fish fry in Cudahy. I was supposed to go to that. Come on, you guys. No way.
Speaking of the
If
Wisconsin thing
Danielle
to do.
can't go, then I would be very honored to go with.
Well, I have a really super big blind, so there'd be room for three of us to go, and it is fun. That is one of the fun things about turkey hunting is I almost always try to go with somebody else.
Oh, absolutely.
Because you can shoot the baloney kind of quietly, and then if they start coming, everybody just gets all excited
And
together.
one
It's
person can fall
great.
asleep, the other person can stay away.
Jess, if
That's
Joel,
true.
if we get sick of Joel, we can make him sit in the car.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, Ellie is actually, you're an actual turkey hunter, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can take, wait a minute, how did I get pushed out of this deal? I have 7
Jess, I have a heater and a blind. We're good.
We're all set, baby.
Jeez. Well, I want to go.
Joel, do you want to come? We're gonna go turkey.
I think he has a thing that day.
I think we just spun this around. Girls' Day.
Forget you guys. I'm going to the Virgin Islands with Danielle. That's it. That's
Wow,
all
we
there is
just
to it.
definitely did a weird shift.
Yeah. But, we were talking about all of the reasons I get so excited about taking people hunting, especially who have never been out there. And I know Danielle and Ellie, you've taken people. Ellie, you're part of the First Hunt Foundation. And,
Yes.
and that's the basis of the First Hunt Foundation is to take people on their first hunt.
Yes.
So,
Beautiful.
I mean, isn't it just like it becomes more important than hunting yourself?
So for me, when we take out new hunters, it's their very, very first hunting opportunity and experience. They will never forget that day ever. It's the same for us mentors though. Like I remember all my mentees, exactly where we were, what we were hunting, the feelings of the day, the discussions of the day, getting the new hunters amped up, ready to go. It's just such a beautiful experience. I mean, I'm more hooked on that honestly now than the actual hunt. I get so much joy out of watching a new hunter just fall in love with the outdoors.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
That's beautiful.
That's going to be you soon
Yeah.
too, though.
Yeah,
And you've taken a lot of
I
people
hope
out, Joel Clayfish.
That's like my thing, man. I love more than anything, and I usually take them turkey hunting for the first hunt. I once in a while I'll take them bird hunting, but turkey hunting because you have a much higher probability of seeing
So turkey
animals.
not a bird?
I'm sorry, waterfowl. Rather than waterfowl hunting, you have more chance of if you're scouting pretty hard and you're watching the patterns of turkeys. There's a much better chance of getting somewhere where they're going to come out in the afternoon at some point, or the morning at some point. And I always say if they're out, you got a chance to kill them because I'm going to set the scene here. You have your decoys out, and Listen to me, folks. If you're one of these spring turkey hunters, and spring turkey hunting is the greatest because they are in the turkey rut at that point. They're chasing, they're gobbling. They do the same thing in the fall. They cannot help their instincts. People say, oh, decoys don't work. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to give you an inside secret. I put out a quarter strut or half strut Jake in the fall. I put an upright boss hen, and in the fall you can hunt hens and toms, so males and females in the fall, and then I'll put a feeder out with it. I don't care if it's hens or toms or jakes in the field. It's kind of like going to a bar.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of like being at a bar. It's like the turkeys will walk in and they'll be like, who's that over there? Who's that over there talking to our friends? There's our friends over there. And then somebody's like, just chill out, bro. Just go have a drink and just chill. Leave it alone. Who cares? And they kind of like, okay, fine. And then they have a drink and then they're like, dude, they're still talking to our buddies over there. This is our turf, man. What's going on?
That's exactly what they're
Just
thinking.
have another drink. It's fine. And then all of a sudden,
A coyote shows up.
it doesn't matter if they're, well, that happens too, but it doesn't matter if they're if they're hens or toms, they puff up and they got someone in on their territory and they can't help but come over to start a fight. It's so funny. And that's when you kill them and eat them. But
Delicious.
Well, I'm excited to see that.
It's
such
very
a
fun
rush.
to watch.
An absolute dance. And in the fall, they're all together in groups. So you'll have an entire group of hens and jakes, which are last year's babies that have become poults. So they're jakes or hens. They're young jakes or hens, and they're all together. And then all the toms hang out together, and they'll have some of the older jakes with them too. And I'm telling you, if we get to see the dance, it will blow your mind. Did you ever see the movie West Side Story? Or the show West Side Story?
I haven't.
The Sharks and the Jets. It is like a territory battle with turkeys. And they're super social, so they cannot help themselves. And I'm so excited about it.
Absolutely. I got excited when I saw them out deer hunting. I still get excited every
So
time we
fun
go.
to watch.
And when
So
you
do I.
call for them and they call right back,
Yes.
it's such a rush. My first hunting experience was with not a turkey, was squirrel hunting.
Is that why you love them so much?
I guess so. I have no idea.
They're delicious.
They are
Yes.
delicious.
They taste like
definitely
their
are.
legs
a
are
lot
like
of work.
chicken wings.
They
It
are
is a lot of work.
Yeah.
But you know what?
It's worth it.
And I do love the flavor. It's a little nutty.
A bit not too bad. But
A little. Thank you, Jess. It's a little nutty.
we haven't had a dad joke lately.
What do you? Well,
feel
I
like
just had one.
I know.
That's because you guys have been taking over the dad jokes lately, I feel like. But yeah, squirrel hunting is great. Now, here's one of the coolest things. Raised in Wisco is going on a road trip. We are going into the bowels of Redneck,
That's appealing.
Florida.
Yeehaw.
We are going, you
bowels.
laugh, we're going to Yeehaw Junction,
I know.
Florida.
I have my cowboy hat
We're going to
packed.
go down there with Keith Parlier.
I do not have cowboy hats. Still.
Keith Parlier of
We'll find you one.
Parlier Gator Harvesting. Oh, we'll buy one down there. I mean, the middle of Florida. Many people have very many misconceptions about Florida. Everybody thinks of Florida as the coast. It's like, oh, surfing, what's up, dude? You know, that kind of thing. Surf style clothing. The middle of Florida is very, very much like the middle of Arkansas or any other southern state. You've got, rednecks, which I consider myself one. I'm very proud to wear that title. Belt buckles, flannel shirts, chasing hogs and gators, through the palmettos and
Danielle,
palm
our
trees.
people.
Our people, I know.
Yes.
I'm really
Well, I mean, you
excited
guys
about
We're
are-
it.
actually going home is what's happening, Danielle.
You guys are, yes, you guys share the heritage with the folks on the inland side of Florida. So Ellie's going, Danielle's going, Jessica Thielen's going, and I'm going as the chaperone, I guess.
We
I
don't
know,
really need a
designated-
chaperone, do we, Danielle?
No, you don't.
Absolutely
More
I'm
like a
about
handler to bail us out of jail.
designated driver,
Yes.
the person to bail you out of jail. So I'm super excited about it. I talked to Keith today. He's watching a bunch of gators for us in a grove. We're gonna hunt a grove, and we're gonna hunt gators down there. And then I talked.
So
to,
what are we using to harvest them, to shoot them?
Usually we shoot a 22 250 or a 243.
Ooh.
So you want a real fast You want a fast bullet because you don't want to. You have to shoot them in the head, because if you don't do that, you will hit them in the body. They go to the bottom, and then you're in the swamp feeling around with your feet for an injured
I remember
gator.
you telling us that.
I'm
Was
gonna
it Keith
not do
did
that part.
Was
Yes.
it Keith that jumped in
Yes.
the swamp?
Oh,
The
geez.
gator you might have just injured.
Danielle, I feel
that's-
like you
that's
would do
more-
that. You like noodling.
Yeah, Danielle, I would feel like you would do that as well.
I mean, if I have my Crocs on, yes, but like
Oh, you're gonna get your croc with the Crocs?
Oh, see, that was a
was my
dad
dad
joke
joke.
right there.
I was waiting for that one.
One
yeah.
for me.
You're gonna get your gator with a croc. Yes, that is funny.
Well, I don't want my toes going in the.
Do we get to do?
Mushy bottom.
Do we get to shoot before? Do a little target practice?
Because when you do shoot at a gator, you've got to
Yeah,
hit
it's
it in like a
small.
3x4 diamond
Yes.
plate. Because I'm telling you, the last thing you want to do is be wading through the swamp water with your feet for an injured gator.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
thank you.
But
doesn't
it
sound
happens.
like a
Danielle, we
Great.
got to be
I
on
mean,
our
I
A
only
game.
need my hands to operate machinery, so I guess if I lose a foot or
No, we're not
No,
going to. Let's not
there's
lose
no
feet.
amputating things while we're there.
Please not amputate things on the
sorry, Mom.
journey.
I'm going to be safe. I promise.
Well, I always tell people, and then I've got Christopher, we've got 2 single wides down there, trailers that operate on a generator. So at
We're
camp,
glamping.
it's
Maybe
Yes.
it's definitely not glamping. There's nothing glamorous about it.
it's ramping, redneck camping.
Right there you
there
go.
you go. I like that one.
But we've got. I talked to Christopher. He's my ranch hand down there. He helps out. He's got all the stands baited. He said there's hogs coming in every night. We're gonna have some night vision firearms to
Awesome.
use.
No way. I'm
gonna
pumped
set,
about that.
I'm going to set you guys up at different blinds throughout the palmettos there, and you want to talk about a crazy experience as the sun is setting. When you are sitting in the palmettos of Florida, you have a chance of seeing black racers, rattlesnakes,
Black
wolf
racers?
spiders, snakes.
Oh.
Tarantulas,
I want to go in there like Tomb Raider and just
scorpions, and you sit in the dark and always hear the hogs coming before you see them, and they're grunting and snorting away. And I always tell people are like, "Oh, you gator hunt, that's so dangerous." A hog will kill you 1,000 times before a gator will.
Cool.
Absolutely, every time a hog will kill you.
Tomb
before a
Raider
gator.
doing it.
They have those
So
big
Danielle,
cutter
make sure you have
teeth
your
on 'em.
Crocs on.
Yeah,
Four-wheel mode,
I'm
so I can
going-
run.
Yeah.
I'm going to suggest some shoes with harder outsides on them. Danielle.
Steel toe Crocs. Got
Well,
it.
steel. They don't make steel toe Crocs, do they?
Yes, they do.
I'm sure someone does.
Come on.
Seriously?
You could, any type of Croc you can think of, they probably make it.
They probably do. So Jess, producer Jess, this year, turkey hunting. Next year, gator hunting.
Oh, yeah.
In the Everglades of Florida.
She's not.
mean,
She's not.
that
Chasing.
sounds
She didn't say
very
no.
interesting.
Well,
She's saying there's a chance.
I think you and I are creative types, Jess. I mean, we may have to pool our resources together and actually write a book or write a story or write like a short story about some
content
of
out of
our
it.
get some content out of the fact of our different backgrounds colliding in such a crazy way. I'm so excited. Are you guys excited about it?
No, I'm not excited at all whatsoever.
Okay.
Sounds like the worst thing.
I apologize for giving you such a softball question there,
I
Danielle.
am so
I'm
pumped for this.
gonna
I have
start
told so many
rethinking the
people.
two of you across from me during the show. I feel a little beat up. I'm a little
She
triggered.
is excited, and I know this to be true because she's
Oh,
texting me the forecast during the day.
The
And your
last-
response was truck, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Well, here's the funniest thing about it. I talked to Christopher yesterday, and I said, and he's got a real thick accent. I'm like, "Hey, how's camp? Is everything all right after the hurricane?" He's like, "Well, it look all right now." And I go, "What do you mean it looks all right now?" "Well, remember them blocks that was under the trailer?" I'm like, "Yes." He's like, "It ain't on them blocks no more." But it landed upright, and it's pretty even, so I think we'll
Pretty
be all
even?
right.
Oh my gosh.
That hole under the shower that goes down into the basement area where the water collects, it seems to be still lined up. So
Oh, that's
Oh,
nice.
I
that's
said,
all we need.
All right.
Yeah,
That
sounds perfect.
good.
Yep. Give me some coffee and shower. We're
Oh my
good.
gosh. I can't wait to tell you what we had for Thanksgiving. It was awesome. And we're going to discuss a quick alligator recipe.
You're listening to Civic Media. Find the latest news, information, and archives of all your favorite shows on the Civic Media website, civicmedia.us.
Raised in Wisco, your one-stop shop for everything in the great outdoors. I'm Joel Clayfish, sitting alongside Danielle Fairman. Ellie Mae Smoller's in the studio with us today, and Jess, just outside the fishbowl, running the joint. Jess, good to have you here, Jess.
Indeed.
I mean,
Like,
it's
okay,
kind of
we're
funny
here
for me to
with
say
ya.
good to have you here because the entire thing would not happen without her.
Yes.
So
When I
guess
push the
it's-
buttons.
She does. You
Sometimes
push
I
the
push the
buttons and
buttons.
then you guys all push my buttons. That's how it goes. I get it.
Team effort.
I
Joel.
get it. I'm so excited. Danielle and Ellie and Jessica Thielen and I are heading to Florida. We're taking Raised in Wisco on the road. So we're going to be raised in flow grown for a week.
Logan.
Yeah.
We're going to be flow grown. I'm so excited about it.
I'm very excited.
One of the things I'm actually excited about is I call it toothless karaoke. There is
I'm
a
not excited for that.
Why?
I'm pumped.
I am not
I'm ready
a
now.
There
I love
is a-
karaoke.
I'm
There
not
is
a
a
karaoke
place-
person at all.
You will
There's
be.
a place
I turn
in.
around and walk out.
Come on.
Bye.
Really? Even if we're singing?
You're going to sing
I
with me,
mean-
Danielle.
No, yeah, absolutely not.
Seriously?
You're gonna.
What if I do a little Stone Temple Pilots or something? And I feel the time's a ways to go.
Nope.
Not even that. That didn't work. That wasn't bad, was it, Jess?
No,
Thank
that was
you.
great.
Appreciate it.
Aw, she's
Jess
so
and I are
great.
going to sing together sometime. So I'm super excited about it because we're going to hunt gators, we're going to hunt hogs, we're going to have authentic Southern food, which I absolutely love. And then there's a little steak joint there called Norby's that has the most incredible ribeyes. They make them butter sautéed in cast iron.
You're talking
Get
my
out
language.
of town.
Woo! That sounds delicious.
So I'm so excited about that because, guys, Raised in Wisco, after all, what kind of show is it?
A cooking show.
It's a cooking show because life
Revolves around food.
evolves around food. And it does when you're in the outdoors too. And that's why we love being in Wisconsin. There's so many options. But I'm going to talk this week about an alligator dish that I'm going to invite you to try with any type of meat.
There we go.
Flank steak. You can buy cheap flank steak. You can take chicken. You can take wild turkey. You can take goose, wild goose, Canada goose, duck breast, any type of meat. I do this with alligator. You pound your meat out into strips that are about 5 inches long and about 1/8 to 1/4 inch thick, okay? Take whatever meat you want, pound it out into strips like that. Then you put it in a tin foil or aluminum foil bin and soak it in olive oil, oregano, garlic, and salt and pepper. All right.
Okay.
So I want olive oil, oregano, garlic, and salt and pepper overnight. You throw it in the tin and you leave it sit overnight, at least one night. So you put a ton of strips of meat. Then you head to the closet. Do you know? Nobody's going to figure this one out.
You grab a sock.
You go.
You head to the closet and grab a hanger.
Yeah. Why do we?
I think Ellie's onto it. I think she's figuring it out. You take a hanger and you bend a circle around the bottom of the hanger. Now make sure it's one of those metal hangers that does not have
Yeah, I was just
plastic
gonna say,
coating on
not
it.
a plastic
Do
hanger.
not take a plastic
Who
hanger.
has
Do
a
not
metal hanger still?
everybody. I have tons of metal hangers.
I have zero.
Danielle, we're a different
I have zero.
generation.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
You probably have the ones with the
My
big.
metal hangers are not old, you weirdos.
No,
You gotta
they're from
roll
dry
your phone,
cleaning,
right?
I am smack dab in the middle of Gen X, and frankly, Danielle's very close to Gen X, and you act like you're a boomer, Ellie. So don't start with me, okay? Don't start with me.
Root yourself into that generation
Jess-
with you, Joel.
And producer Jess is an old soul too, okay?
Jess, actually, I'm in 3 generations, so I think you're probably joining me there.
You take a hanger, make sure it's not, take a wire hanger, which is not some big strange thing, you freaks. and you bend it in a circle with the middle of the hanger going straight up. What are you doing? You're making a spit out of this, okay? Then you take... No. Like, no. Danielle. No, not like an expectorate. Not like an expectorate. You just
We lost the track.
Yes.
Okay, so the hanger is
Okay,
the hanger,
take
not
a
that spit,
hanger.
Danielle.
And you make a spit out of it. You make a circle around the bottom and then have the hanger coming straight up on it. Then you take those strips of meat that have been soaking in olive oil, oregano, and garlic, and salt and pepper, and you lie them crossways on top of each other until they build up into a cone. Okay? You put the strips of meat on. Then you put that meat on a grill or a smoker and grill it or smoke it
Make it like a meat
at a
TP.
very
It's more like a meat mountain.
it is kind of it's like a Euro cone, for God's sake, people. I mean, you never go to
We're
the
just
state
trying to
fair
give
and they're
everyone
like,
a good picture.
Euro mountains or meat mountains.
But
No,
wouldn't
it's-
you go up to them if they had that?
Yes, I would certainly go up to. So I got the first.
I'm done.
You're gonna have to get it together, Danielle.
Danielle is now checking out for the evening.
She's gone.
Thank God Ellie's here. Danielle's face is bright red and
She's
she's
crying.
tearing up. And you cook that until it reaches an internal temp of 160. And then you slice that meat off into a pita and you make a gyro out of it. So you do that with alligator meat, goose meat, flank steak, chicken, and it's unbelievable. Then you make a tzatziki sauce, which I make out of 50% Daisy sour cream, or I will use Mexican sour cream called crema.
Crema.
That's even my favorite. And then you put half of plain Greek yogurt in there, and you add garlic
Yum.
and shavings, cucumber shavings, and that, and a squirt of lemon juice.
Delicious.
So
Yum.
you make tzatziki, and then you put some raw onions in there. You can skip them if you don't like them, and tomatoes if you want. Toast your pita. And I'm telling you, folks, I don't even know. I just ate, I stuffed myself with Taco John's. My mouth is watering talking about that recipe right now. It is so good.
It sounds delicious.
Yeah. So
I'm excited to make it from our alligator.
We're going to make stuff from alligator. I want to know what you guys want to make, what you guys are going to make with your alligators if you get them.
Easy. I'm getting custom pair of cowboy boots made.
Ooh, perfect. I got 4 pairs. I'm wearing one right now. A pair of my alligator boots. Danielle, what are you getting?
I want a belt. 1000%
good
a belt.
choice.
I need a belt.
Okay.
And then
I'm wearing a gator belt too.
I want a gunsling.
Oh shoot, you
yeah.
got lots more you can get. You can get tons more.
Well, I don't know what else to get.
Well, we'll figure it out. That's for
pillow.
sure. Stay tuned. Make sure you listen to Raised in Wisco on our trip to the South. We're going to the Everglades on Raised in Wisco. Danielle Fairman is, Ellie Smoller is, Jessica Thielen is, and I'm going along too. Hopefully, pray for me that I survive. Thank you for listening to Raised in Wisco. We will see you next time.
The national news cycle never stops, but it can be hard to find news about your local community. Civic Media is dedicated to providing quality local and state news coverage across Wisconsin. With the Civic Media app, you can get notifications about local stories that matter to you and your community. Find the free Civic Media app in your phone's app store and choose notifications from the menu to tell us what kind of news you want to hear about.